I'm really curious about your character and how you approach her because you are playing the hospital ethics committee head, right? So how was it to play a character in that position in such an extreme situation, like something that was really unprecedented?
Yeah, I think, when we talk about ethics, it's very, I imagine someone who's the head of an ethics committee, you're talking a lot about theory and, what could happen and trying to prepare for what could happen. But it's very different from when things are happening in real life and we see in real time in the story, a taste of that shift. It becomes so complex and it becomes so gray, and you have to focus on what you can focus. You can only hold what you can hold at any given moment, because there's so many moving parts and there's so much you don't have control over. And so it's easy to talk about ethics, but then you have to deal with real life. And we're seeing in the story of 5 Days Memorial, Karen Wynn trying to deal with real life the best way she can, moment to moment. And that is, as is portrayed, it's very, there's a lot. It's a lot, and it's hard and it's challenging, and you're doing your best. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's really, really interesting that it's not the same, the theory than when you have to do it in real life. Do you think that's going to defy the audience, that they are going to face that dilemma?
I feel like the hope is that there's going to be a lot of conversation when people are watching it, and people are going to have come up with their own theories and opinions and feelings from watching what happens in the series. And it would be great if people just start talking to each other about those feelings and their thoughts and opinions. And then also too, hoping that somehow this can help prepare, so that something like this doesn't happen again.
Yeah, and about that, we are living in the information age, which means that we know about everything that's happening almost everywhere, which includes all the catastrophes that are happening around the world. But we jump really quickly from one to another. We don't really get to understand them, I think. So do you think that the show is going to allow us to understand what happened during Katrina in New Orleans in a more profound way?
Yeah, I think, it's one thing to read about something that's happened. It's one thing to kind of see things far away on the news. But I think for lack of a better word, the beauty about, an adaptation of something that happened in real life is that you're seeing and obviously this is a story, the series is a storytelling. It's nowhere near, we weren't on the ground. We weren't there. We didn't feel the heat. We weren't there, but just in the showing, hopefully it's able to land a little bit more to people, to the audiences about, oh, wow, like this is a taste of what happened, and they're getting that. And in that way, I hope it's profound, because there's so many people doing this work every day all around the world, and they're taken for granted. They're taken for granted, as we've seen in the past, 2 years.
Yeah, I think the show achieves that feeling. So thank you very much, and congrats for your work, and have a really nice day.
Thank you. You too, Alejandro.